guys, welcome to the latest episode of this week's Coffee and Hero Show, coming to you at the end of April. Before jumping in, of course, the big thing is Free Comic Book Day is this weekend, this Saturday. First Saturday in May, as always. This year it's on the 3rd of May. We will be open from 9 a.m. as opposed to 10 a.m. We normally open at 10 on each day, but we like to open a little bit early on Free Comic Book Day, just to deal with the crowds. Basically, it's always very, very busy. We do sort of keep an eye on how many people come into the store at once. If we let everybody in at the beginning, you genuinely would be, ass the elbow, you would not be able to move. So we sort of let 20, 25 people in at a time and then just keep it rotating. It does move pretty fast, but at the same time, we are conscious of the fact we want people to be comfortable when they're checking out the store. All of the Free Comic Book Day stock has arrived in store except for DC. The invoice came out last Friday, and straight away I was like, uh-oh, because I noticed the DC stuff was not. Apparently it was late getting to Diamond UK's warehouse, but we will be getting a separate delivery later this week, fingers crossed, so that we have, and it's not just us, like that's every UK store, it's not just ourselves. But fingers crossed that arrives in time. We'll obviously have loads of offers out on the day as well. 10% off graphic novels, 20% off packs, 30% off CGCs, etc, etc, etc. We'll have signs everywhere in store. You'll see all the different offers and all the rest. And then we have our usual system of buy anything in store, take a free comic, spend £5, take 3 free comics, spend £10 or above, take as many as you want. But obviously we do ask as well, no one takes multiples of the same titles. The idea is to get these titles into as many hands as possible, not to provide people with 5-6 copies of something so that they can then go and try and sell them on eBay. So we are quite strict about that. But yeah, other than that, it should be a great day, as I say, this coming Saturday. So definitely keep us in mind, and not just ourselves, but go to the other comic stores as well. Every comic store has different offers, different ways of doing this every year. So make sure to check out the other stores in Belfast as well. But anyway, on to trades this week. So obviously we did a big order this week. We want to make sure the store is as packed as possible in advance of Free Comic Book Day and to give you guys as much choice as possible. So quite a few Omnis here. Some arrived this week, some were out last week, some were top-ups. First of all, we have Rick Remender Punisher. So we were due more copies of this last week. We were shorted a little bit on this. But this is Rick Remender's run, which collects the 2009 Punisher 1-16 and annual, plus Dark Reign issues, Frankencastle, Dark Wolverine, and Punisher in the Blood 1-5. So Rick Remender on writing duties there. Back in stock is John Constantine Hellblazer by Jimmy Delano. So Hellblazer from the very start. This is a weighty tome. This contains Hellblazer 1-22, as well as Swamp Thing 65-77, Hellblazer Annual, and Sandman number 3 as well. So if you want to get into Hellblazer, that is it from the beginning. Next up, new out this week is the Omnibus for Star Wars Crimson Reign. So this was a Star Wars event, the full saga, the smash hit crossover event that unites the Rebels, Rogues, and Renegades of Star Wars. So Crimson Reign 1-5 plus all the tie-ins. So 6 issues of Star Wars, 8 issues of Bounty Hunters, 9 issues of Darth Vader, 6 issues of Dr. Aphra all together. Next up, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventures Compendium. Relive the animated adventures of the TMNT and these classic stories from the Archie Comics series. So, Volume 1 collects the original 3-issue miniseries, as well as issues 1-17, plus a bunch of short stories as well. And then last one on the table at the moment is the library edition for Jupiter's Legacy. So Mark Millar obviously moved Millarworld to Dark Horse recently. All of his stuff is getting re-releases through trades, but also through these lovely library editions. So this is the latest one, and this is Jupiter's Legacy. I believe it's going to be the first 2 volumes of that collected into one. Millarworld and Dark Horse Comics are proud to present this essential collection of Millar's Ultimate Action Saga in deluxe oversized format. So Jupiter's Legacy, Mark Millar. So away from there and on to the traditional trade. So first up we have 100 Bullets, book 1. So I was getting this back in stock. Book 2 got a reprint last week, so we got that in. Wanted to make sure we have it from the beginning. I'm a big fan of 100 Bullets. It was one of the first indie series I ever wrote. Basically about an idea if someone mysterious came to you with a suitcase with 2 guns and 100 bullets in it, and you could get away with whatever murder you commit. Who would you kill? Would you even do it? These are coming out in 20 issues at a time volumes. This is volume 1, volume 2 is on the racks. Next up we have All In Saga. So this is this was basically the one shot that kicked off the Absolute Universe, kicked off the All In stuff. So this collects that one shot, but it also collects Absolute Power number 4, Justice League Unlimited number 1, Batman 153, Superman 19, and Wonder Woman 14 as well. So a great introduction to the current era of DC Comics. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man Coming Home. So this is another of the Marvel Modern Era Epic Collections. This is essentially Volume 1 of the J. Michael Straczynski, John Romita Jr. run. The Modern Era of Spidey storytelling begins here. So this collects Amazing Spider-Man 30 to 45. Next up, we have a new printing for Batman vs. Robin. Batman and Robin from Grant Morrison, Cameron Stewart. This is Volume 2. This is back when Dick Grayson was Batman, Damian Wayne is Robin. This is all pre-New 52 stuff. Highly recommended. Next up, we have the final volume of Kanto. We've always been big cheerleaders for this book in general. All 5 volumes are now available in store in this lovely hardcover format. Another series that moved from one publisher to another. Originally done through IDW, now moved to Dark Horse, now getting these lovely hardcovers. Next up, we have Criminal the Sinners. So we're up to book 5 now of the reprints of Criminal. So Criminal's being reprinted in anticipation for the Amazon show, which is going to be coming out later this year. One of the best crime series around. Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips. It doesn't need me to sell it any more than that. Next up, we have Earth X, a dark vision of the Marvel Universe's future as Reed Richards sets out to cure a calamity he fears he may have caused. Because how many times superheroes do that? Captain America, the last human alive on an Earth overrun with superhumans, struggles to defeat a horrific new enemy of freedom. Along with writer Jim Krueger and artist John Paul Leon, comic art master Alex Ross explores the Marvel Universe from its humble beginnings to the peak of its ultimate potential. So this contains Earth X, 0 to 12, and X. Next up, we have Fantastic Four versus Galactus. So this is essentially reprints of the coming of Galactus stuff, going back to Fantastic Four 48, the introduction of Silver Surfer into the Marvel Universe, the introduction of Galactus. This reprints issues 48 to 50, and then also 242 to 244. So comic book giants present the greatest Galactus stories ever told. Next up, we have Godzilla Skate or Die, Australian skater punks versus Varan and the King of the Monsters. This was a miniseries that came out recently. More and more Godzilla stuff out this year, 70th anniversary, so lots of stories being told, and this is now being collected all in one. One that's sure to fly off the shelves is It's Jeff-verse, Marvel's most adorable star and hilariously action-packed adventures. So this collects It's Jeff number 1, It's Jeff-verse Venomore, and material from Extreme Venomverse as well. So a couple of different issues in there, all collected together for ages 10 and up. Yeah, I have no doubt that'll fly. Next up, we have Kill All Immortals. This was a 5-issue miniseries. Very good, actually. Zach Kaplan with Fico Ossio on art. A book all about Immortals, which is always a big seller in store. Succession meets John Wick with Immortal Vikings. I mean, what kind of a blurb do you need? Next up, The Masked Masher, Yiddish for a Big Shot. A little wrestling book for anybody who's wrestling fans, of which we have plenty in store. A struggling actor will take any opportunity that comes knocking. It's the 1930s, and aspiring actor Tony Hollywood is about to make his big break. He's finally got an audition for the role that will change his life, but a flat tire sends him to a different stage. Breaking down outside a wrestling arena lands him a new part to play, The Masked Masher. Next up, we have Spawn Monolith, the first collection here of that. It was 3-issue miniseries, Back to Earth. The Monolith collection presents a reimagined 3-part miniseries, complete with a new design and format. Next up, and one I've been really digging so far in the last year or so, is The Moon is Following Us. This is from the team of Daniel Warren Johnson and Riley Rossmo. Our colorist Mike Spicer, as always. I presume this will be the first 5 issues of that. When a mysterious force kidnaps their daughter, parents Sam and Duncan must do whatever it takes to bring her home in this heartbreaking and action-packed graphic novel duology. Next up, we have Paranoid Gardens. So this was the most recent release from Jared Way and Sean Simon, Chris Weston on there as well. This collects all 6 issues of the series, presented again through Dark Horse Comics. When you're in a comic store, what you start to find is timing is everything. So I had a couple of new customers in at the weekend there asking after some Tank Girl stuff. Tank Girl hasn't really been around in the last few years. Some of the older editions are out of print. It's been something that's been pretty hard to get. So, of course, this week comes Tank Girl, Color Classics Book 2, 1990 to 1993. So re-releasing a little sort of compendium of that. And also The Power of Tank Girl as well. from Titan Comics. So a 280 page lump of tank girl nastiness, collecting 3 graphic novels all in one. So of course these things come the weekend after, or the week after. Next up we have Prodigy, Slaves of Mars. So this was the second book in Mark Millar's Prodigy series, which is dealing with the smartest man and most well-trained man on the planet, Edison Crane. But of course you have to, escalate after one book. So of course now we start to meet the family, the older, smarter brother. Next up we have Profane. This was from Peter Milligan and Raul Fernandez. This was a dark sort of noir meta series, 5 issues in total. Really enjoyed this, read it through single issues. It's the most important case of private detective Will Profane's life solve the murder of Spud Coltrane. Just a few more to go. We have Rocketeer Breaks Free. This was a mini-series released by Stephen Mooney. Colours, I believe, by Stas Johnson as well. Complete mini-series. Stephen Mooney did Half Past Danger, Irish comic creator, and always been a fan of Rocketeers, so it's not too surprising to see him doing that. Next up we have an addition to the Massiveverse. So they've been releasing the trades of Radiant Black, of Rogue Sun, etc, etc. But they've always done a crossover each year in a sort of thicker, oversized format called the Supermassive Special. So Supermassive 2022, 2023, 2024, and they're all collected in that one book there. I was getting back in stock as well, that Texas Blood, so volumes 1 and 2. We're big fans of this. Chris Condon, Jacob Phillips, modern noir, great stuff, great storytelling. There's 3 books in total. The 3rd book seems to be out of print, but I'm hoping a new printing's coming soon. But 1 and 2 in stock this week. I mean, each volume is actually individual stories, so you can kind of pick it up anywhere. That's awesome. Next up we have Wolverine, Enemy of the State. So this collects the run from Mark Millar. He seems to be everywhere this week. And John Romita Jr. also seems to be everywhere this week. This collects the entire run that they work together. Brainwashed by the ninjas of the hand, Wolverine slices and dices his way through foes and friends alike, ultimately resulting in the death of an X-Man. So all collected there. We have The Writer out in trade paperback as well. Again, Dark Horse. This was a 4-issue miniseries. Plunge into the captivating world of Stan Siegel, a renowned comic book writer whose life spirals into a terrifying adventure beyond the confines of reality. And then just 2 more series to finish off with, just top-ups for the store. Why the Last Man, my favourite comic book series of all time. Again, getting these back in stock, so I wanted to make sure we had the full run. Volumes 2 and 3 here, 1, 4 and 5 are over in the racks. Cannot recommend that highly enough. And then speaking of Brian K. Vaughan, in addition to the Walking Dead section, which is the only time anyone outside Robert Kirkman has wrote The Walking Dead, was this. It was a book called The Alien. It was to do with, it was in Spain, wasn't it? Yeah, Barcelona. Was to do with the zombie apocalypse over there, and a relative of a character from the core series. One-shot adventure, but glad to have that back in stock as well. So yeah, you're probably bored listening to me by now. That was a big week. All the new stuff going out, of course, this Wednesday, new comic book day. But again, just that quick reminder, free comic book day this Saturday. Come and join us. It's going to be a great day for any comic fans around the city. So yeah, as ever guys, hope you enjoyed this. Well done for sticking to the end of it. As I say, big week. Check back later, we'll get a little single issue video put out as well. I'll see if I can throw out a quick video later on once the DC stuff arrives, and let you see all the titles that are here for Free Comic Book Day. Don't quote me on that, I will try my best. But anyway, as ever guys, thanks for sticking with me. Hope you enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing you in the store throughout the week, and I look forward to seeing you on Free Comic Book Day. Take it easy.